just within the SEC. So that'll be up to them to set their tournament schedule.
Do you have anybody in mind to take over the program that you want to approach first?
The best coach available. I'm sure it will be a head coach or somebody with head coach experience. We're going to be flooded with resumes, I'm sure, and we've got to go through that process. But we will be selecting the best person available. Absolutely.
When would you like to have that process done? Have
Tomorrow.
somebody.
I don't mind recruiting the girls right now, but that'll be his job or her job. They need to go ahead and get that done, so they can start the recruiting process and start getting girls in for unofficial visits. Maybe start setting up some official visits for when school starts. So that'll be their job to do.
How does your role change in this new job, and what will it do for your job with the men?
It won't affect me at all with the guys, and I'm blessed with a tremendous assistant coach in Jordan Bird. Jordan's already like a head coach. He does a great job with our men. He and I are still going to handle the guys. I am looking forward to kind of learning more about women's golf, girls golf, and helping our new coach kind of get settled in. And I will do that. But it'll be their team, it'll be their coach's team. I won't have really many responsibilities at all as far as working with the women. But I think Terry Don wants their program to be so close to ours and be so unified with ours that they'll report to me and report to Kyle Young. And we'll make that transition really, really, really smooth. I'm there to help them with recruiting. I'm there to help them with a schedule. We've already had requests to come to our tournament, which is going to be good. I think the success that the guys have had is going to make this a very easy transition for our women's program.
Does this make sense to go this direction, given all the talent here in the upstate of female golf and how it's kind of the last 10 years taken off with women?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. I think it'll be a very easy transition. I think their recruiting base will be exactly like the guys. We're going to try to get the best players in the state of South Carolina first. And if we have to venture out into the southeast, if we have to go into North Carolina or go into Georgia, we will. But we need to own the state of South Carolina, and we will.
Larry, is there a priority? Would you prefer to have a woman coach for a women's golf team?
No, I'm open. I know I've already gotten about 10 resumes, so I'm already scanning resumes. I anticipate getting anywhere from 20 to 25 different resumes. Unlike football and basketball, golf jobs don't change much. We usually like where we are, we like what we do. So you don't see a whole lot of turnover, in college golf. So adding a team, is going to be really interesting. I'm sure we'll get a lot of assistant coach applications. I am looking for a head coach. I want somebody with head coaching experience. So that's really the only prerequisite I've got right now, Bart.
I guess for Terry Don, can you talk about when you feel this is a good fit right now for Clemson? When you feel like this is a strong addition to your athletics roster?
Well, Larry's already touched upon why it's a strong fit in the sense that of great golf in this region of the country, in particular the state, and the fact that the men's program is a nationally strong, recognized, and very proud program in men's golf, and that'll open a lot of doors as we begin to build our women's program. And one of the things that was extremely important, and I told Larry early on when we first started talking about this, was that Larry had to be for this. And it's not something that you can say, well, we're just going to do it and do it. Coach Penley needed to be for it. He needed to be convinced that this was the correct thing to do for Clemson University and Clemson Golf. And if that weren't the case, we wouldn't be sitting here announcing that we're adding women's golf. So we're very grateful to Coach Penley and the way he feels about it, because that's the critical element in this decision, is that Coach Penley believes it's the right thing to do for our program, and it'll grow golf across the board.
Terry, Don, when you had these six full rides,
Yes.
when you add those, where will that leave you with respect to men's and women's athletic scholarships?
It's 4.5 for men, 6 for women. So
No, I mean total for the department.
well, I'd have to go back and do the math on that, Bart. But I will tell you, for equity and Title IX purposes, we're in good shape.
So the women's program will actually have more scholarships than the men's program?
Yeah, the NCAA, that's their.
And they'll probably have a bigger budget.
You're the director of golf.
They are an equivalency sport too, Bart, just like us, so we'll be able to break them up. Girls golf tends to give more fulls, only because there are a lot of rosters out there that only have 6 or 7 girls, unlike guys. If you give me 6 scholarships, I could have 20 guys on my team. Girls are a little bit different. They especially the really good players, a lot of them demand and get full scholarships.
But is there a roster limit in terms of how many you can you spread 6 over 20 or 15?
I don't know if you could get that many girls. I think if you could get 10 on your roster, you'd be doing very good.
Is there a limit though?
I don't think so. I don't think there's a.
No, the coach has got to make a determination of what they're comfortable with, on what they can handle.
Anybody got anything else?
Yeah, just trade on. What was the process like getting this approved? I know you mentioned that, when I mentioned that the 2012 class is kind of come and went, and obviously you guys maybe would have liked to get it started a little sooner. What was some of the hurdles you faced in getting this thing approved?
Well, the biggest hurdle is that we all understand we're operating in a difficult economic climate, and certainly our campus is no different from other campuses throughout the country. And we've seen the economic downturn impact so many things, and with regard to timing, it's taken a while for the university to begin to move forward, decisions that they've had to make on campus, and to develop an environment where it's now possible, or we're better served to make the announcement now, say a year or so ago, simply because of the economy and the environment that creates.
Terry, Don, you said you're in good shape with regard to Title IX requirements. Was this program necessary to fill requirements, or was this addition necessary to fulfill Title IX requirements?
No, we were in good shape with Title IX without adding women's golf, but we're still in good shape, and so it's not an issue of that this is a sport we have to add because of Title IX or equity. It's a sport that we believe is a very good mix in our total sports program. We're very blessed to have a strong men's program, nationally recognized men's program, and it's a good sport to be part of the mix.
Terry, Don, were there ever any thoughts of adding anything other than women's golf, or did that sort of just fit all along?
No, it's a natural. It doesn't take a lot of thought to see, you know, we've got a great women's course out at Walker, the Walker course, and we've got a great setup here, and then when men move to their facility, we have an opportunity to develop first-class, excellent facility for women, so the pieces were there, and it just made good sense. It made sense.